go to topic number two, which is
Yeah.
the Cruella movie, which just hit Disney Plus yesterday, and it's in some theaters as well. If you want to watch it on Disney Plus, you have to pay $30 the premium rate. Premium rate. I'm not a big fan of that premium rate because for me going to the movies, it's like $5 or €5 for my movie ticket because I'm a student. And for someone else, I know it's a little bit dearer than popcorn, all that kind of stuff. Maybe
Hmm.
it rounds up to $30 or euros when you end up going to see the movie. But let's see, that's somebody else got the premiere access. I didn't buy it, but I kind of used them first. Don't tell them. But
Wow.
I watched. Casey's watched as well. Alex, have you watched Cruella yet?
I'm actually watching it tonight.
Cool, awesome. We're not going to spoil that tonight. We're just going to give a non-spoiler review myself and KC. But look, this is a movie when it was announced, I rolled my eyes at because of the girl who hates dogs, a movie about her, and I wasn't interested whatsoever. Then Emma Stone was cast. I was like, oh, I love Emma Stone, absolutely anything, of course, but I still wasn't interested in the movie whatsoever. But the first trailer came out, and it had this different kind of vibe, this different kind of look to it. It was like a DC origin movie for a villain. And it looked like it took a little bit of inspiration from the Joker as well, which isn't a bad thing either because the Joker's a pretty good
Yeah.
movie. But yeah, the first trailer came out, loved it. Second trailer came out, absolutely loved it. The TV spots came out, the posters, the still images from the movie. I could not get enough of this movie, and I was actually counting down the days for Cruella to come out, and I was so excited. And I watched it yesterday. It's 2 hours and 10, 15 minutes. I had lots of fun with it. I enjoyed it. I thought Emma Stone looked like she was having a ball in the role. You can see when an actor's enjoying themselves. She looked like she was enjoying herself. Emma Thompson, who plays kind of the villain in this movie, she was cruel. She was brilliant as well. Mark Strachan is in it. He doesn't have too much to do. I think he's very much underused in this movie, but he's very important to a big twist that happens later on in the film, which I won't spoil,
Hmm.
of course. But the film is set between the 60s and 70s, maybe a little bit of the 80s as well. But the music choices I really enjoyed. So some really well known music that I just thought it suited the scenes. I just had loads of fun with it. I thought some of the dialogue was brilliant. The interactions with the transformation from Estella, Emma Stone's character, to Cruella was very interesting. And how she got her name was kind of cool as well. But you get to see at the start of the movie her as a young girl, her origin, say what happened to her. She didn't have the best of upbringing in her young adulthood as well. She's not doesn't live in the best environment, but her dream is to be a fashion designer, to work in fashion, and she ends up kind of getting in a position to work there. We get to see slowly her turn into Cruella. But overall, I thought the movie was pretty good. I enjoyed it. I would watch a sequel. There's probably after the big twist happens, there's about a period of 15, maybe 20 minutes of time where I was just a little bit bored. I wasn't as interested in the film. I think there was a bit of a down curve in it. But the ending for me was fun, and I think it kind of saved that 10 or 15 minutes that I didn't really like, or 20 minutes. But I will say, this isn't a grounded movie. It's very much, it's like a superhero comic book, super villain
Felt
film,
like
because there's some
cartoon.
stuff that, yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah, there's some of the parts in the film, I'm like, come on, you're kind of taking me out of the movie because some of it's very grounded, and other elements are just not. The dogs in it are CGI, but they're still cute, and it doesn't look bad or
Oh
anything
wait,
like
are the dogs the true villains in this film? Since
that.
this
Yeah.
is Cruella's origin.
There is a bit of a twist there. I think they're changing that a little bit
Oh,
as well. But Cruella is a very famous character, and of course, her trade is hating dogs. She doesn't really do that. They kind of try to overplay that or overshadow it a little bit because I don't think many people will see a movie for a woman who wants to kill and skin dogs for coats. I don't think commercially that would do too well. And John Wick might be spinning over into that universe then that she started to do that. But Cruella for me, I enjoyed it and it looks like a sequel could be on the way. It's going to be grossing 26 million domestically by Monday, which isn't a bad start for this Disney movie. I know it's a Disney movie, you expect more, but this doesn't feel like a Disney movie. So 26 million for me in a pandemic is it's not too bad. KC, let's get the negative review.
Well, it's not that negative, but I agree with most of your points. And I'm glad you touched upon the boring and the down part because the middle of the movie was very, very boring, and I didn't think it was needed that much for this movie to be, uh, the first act was good, and then it went downhill from there. Even the ending, I thought. But again, the middle especially was just I was struggling to just keep watching it. But yeah, Emma Stone was great. The first act, the way they set up the world is good. I liked that, it's not that grounded. I liked that it felt like cartoon, because it goes too cartoony at times. People act like they wouldn't act like in a live action. They would act like in a cartoon. Some of those things are in here, which makes it fun. But again, the story was too dragged out, and the middle was too boring, and the ending also, and it was kind of predictable. The ending also was one twist at the ending was, I didn't see it coming, but again, it wasn't that big or interesting to warrant the patience I had to deal with. So I guess that's just me, because I see that most people are liking it and loving it. So I don't know what to say. I just didn't enjoy it as much as you or